Read all the baby little fucking rainbows and kokanees that get lost. It's thick there by February, like thick. We've got the augers to drill the holes. I remember the first time we went ice fishing. Okay, we didn't even think about the augers. We had everything but the augers. So we get out there and we're like, how the fuck do we drill a hole through the ice? And we didn't even think about that. That's because it was a last minute trip. And what we did was there was one of those tours that charges for ice fishing. And they were going through drilling holes everywhere. They weren't catching anything. We were watching them. No, when somebody catches a fish, you hear it. It's like, yeah, right? You hear something like, woo, I got a fish on it, something. We didn't hear anything out of them, but we just followed them and we punched out their ice holes. So we didn't even need an auger. We just used other people's old holes. You know, like Joe uses random glory holes, just like that.
Gas is inbound.
Stick it through, see what happens. Joe, you down? Or are you still anti-ice fishing?
No, I'm not down for ice fishing.
Alright, so it's the three of us. We'll get, Greg's probably down, Gabe and Enzo are probably down. Enzo depending on job.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Shit.
Doesn't want to drive bus. The funny thing is, dude, he doesn't make a shit ton whack load of money, okay? He doesn't. He makes decent money, I'd say. Less than a bus driver. He lost that job, but he still refuses to come to bus driving, and it's a small industry. He doesn't even know where he can get another job doing it. He's not doing the camera work anymore. He was a professor's assistant at BCIT for production and camera work. So like a teacher's aide, because he doesn't have the actual qualifications, but he's done the work. So he can't be a professor there, but he can be a teacher's aide.
UAV overhead.
Right.
It's a unionized job, but they just told him they're going to cut their salary by fucking like 40%.
Sweet.
And he wasn't making great money to begin with, but they wanted more like a job for students. You know what I mean? So they're cutting the salary by like 40%.
That's crazy.
Him and his girlfriend just moved into a place together. And she got laid off fucking 2 weeks before.
That's rough.
She's some sort of fucking... Oh, she's in sales. But she makes good money. So she's got a nest egg and shit saved up, but Enzo's like, I gotta pull weight here. She's like hot, single, normal. And within the age range, just happened to fucking get out of dating a while ago and then didn't get back into dating for a while. Like, went career-wise and fucking her and Enzo hit it off. Nobody's seen that guy for like 2 years. He's so pussy whipped. He's fucking... Is he so pussy whipped? When's the last time you used that word pussy whipped? You know what I mean? I haven't had to describe this phenomenon in a man in a long time.
Buy station prices are adjusted.
Because I haven't seen this type of adolescent behavior. We all made that mistake at one point. You know what I mean? And then we learned. Girls don't even like that. Deep down inside,
Moving here.
Even your wife is probably a little bit happy you got upset with her today.
Oh, it's been a week. It's been a week now, man.
Oh shit.
I just said some shit I shouldn't have said.
Gas is closing in.
You better sleep with one eye open.
I've been sleeping in the guest room.
Lock the door. Make sure you don't end up dead overnight. It's been a week.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about her family.
Nope.
No, that wouldn't have lasted a week.
I
She
called her
would have had
boring.
to agree.
UAV active.
You called her boring?
Yeah,
Yeah. You shouldn't have done that.
I know.
But
Well, I
it's
said
true.
it, I said it.
But it's also true.
Well, yeah, she doesn't really do much, man. She just comes home and takes care of the kid
Yeah.
and doesn't really want to do anything after. She doesn't have a social life. You know what I mean?
Fire sales done.
Dude,
Prices are
it's
back
to
to
the
normal.
point where I don't have a social life because she doesn't have a social life anymore.
Yeah.
Like she does. Like it's the same thing at my house, dude. It's the same thing at everybody's house.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, say every married person I know was like we used to hang around with friends and stuff. But after you get married, and you have kids, there's no really hanging around at your friends' houses anymore. There's no really socializing. There's no really going out anymore. Everything costs so much, and you just spend all the money towards kids.
Yeah.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
And my wife gets it. Like I support the household, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I want me time, I take me time, but I take plenty of. They go to bed. What the hell, right? And she wants to watch shows that I don't watch, and I'm happy for her. Like she's content. We've talked about it numerous times, and she's like, "No, this is great." And I'm like, "Is it?" And she's always like, "You." And this is one thing with my wife, which is very true. You can go out whenever you want. You can go out all the time. I don't care. She's like, as long as you come home in one piece, you can go wherever you want.
Dude,
Even now,
I don't have a wife or kids, and I got no real social life. I don't go out anywhere.
yeah,
It's just aging, bro.
It's
Regardless.
just different with you, though, right? Because
That-
you're single, right? So it's different.
Still, you don't see me going out and doing shit.
That's because of us, though, man.
My whole social
We
life is
should
hanging
do
out
shit.
here on the PlayStation chat with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Come out, yeah, I know, man.
That's
Same
pretty
here.
much it.
Ice fishing? You want to come ice fishing, Joe?
I guess we can all relate to
one
that.
trip a
Me,
year. It's
you,
one trip a year.
Taj, D-Tron, all of us.
Ice fishing sounds terrible.
Okay, but you know what? I'll tell you something, Joe. I'll tell you two things now, because you just said ice fishing seems terrible. If somebody told me before COVID that coming on the chat group every day, blah, 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 I'd be like, that sounds terrible. Rather than going out and all that shit and fucking having social life. And
It is.
going
It
out.
sucks, but it's what we got now.
No, man. No, man. I'm telling you. It's better than
Enemy
having a
soldier
social life,
incoming.
going out and doing that shit. I lost nothing by doing all that shit. Like nothing. It's things that you think are important, but they aren't important. Right? Like, the important things are important. Right? You'll show up for that shit. But other things, like, really, is it important? No. Like, is going out to Dan's birthday party where there's gonna be fucking 80 people doing coke and fucking me not doing coke with like 2 other people in the corner that I don't really know, and spending like fucking $500 important? No. Inviting Dan over for dinner for his birthday a week later over at the house?
Hostile dropping into the
Way
area.
better. But
Watch the
that's
skies.
so rare now, man. Like, it's just gotten down to birthdays now. Like, I don't even do anything for my birthday anymore. I used to have birthday bashes. Right? But I'm like, I just want to hang out with my wife and my kids. Like, but there's part of me that still wants to go do stuff, but it ain't going to the pub or the bar or park, right? Like, it used to be fun. Like, going to Richie's every once a week, that's still socializing. You get out.
Yeah, you get out, Joe.
But how much
Yeah,
socializing
that's
do you
true.
need to do? You know who I feel sorry for is like the people that don't even have this.
Gas is inbound.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people like that, dude. there's a lot of people that just don't have fucking shit. Like, look at Adam, man. He gets depressed, like manic depressing. He seemed fucking fine last week. I guess he's been socializing with the family and stuff for a few weeks now. Birthdays and stuff. But if I don't invite him out, he basically doesn't see anybody for months on end. At least I got a family, even if they annoy me sometimes. I annoy them all the time. Right, but that's why it's nice to do the fucking once a year fucking, I'm telling you, boys trip has to happen once a year.
Yeah,
The
it's
people
not
on
ice
this,
fishing.
the people on, okay, do you want to do,
My 40th birthday is coming, boys.
Only 25 left. Keep
Vegas.
up the good work.
well, you good with Vegas?
I'm totally fine with that.
Right.
Football, boys. Football. Put the ball. Huh?
What I was thinking. For summertime mode, everybody grabs their own cabin with their family at one of those fishing lodge resorts, right? At one of those big ass lakes, like, you know what I mean? Doesn't have to be ocean, right? But there's like those places that have like 20, 30, 40 cabins, right? Or even 10 cabins. And you grab like fucking half of them, and you meet up for fishing. There's horseshoes, there's fucking other shit. There's campfire, the fires at night. I miss having a campfire. That I miss. Yeah, man. Well, then we have to go outside the fucking times that they allow it, right? So, or don't allow it. No, we went during the on season, remember, Cultus Lake? But it was pissing rain that night. And we had the bonfire. With a fire ban, Mo.
Oh my
10 are
god.
left.
But it
Keep
was
the
a
pressure
pissing
on.
rain. So we said, nobody's doing shit, we're having a bonfire. Nobody did shit.
Yeah.
We gotta get Joe like some sort of fucking camper van with everything in it. But I haven't shown you guys pictures of the cabins we stay at. They're not fucking shabby, man. They're not shabby. They're nicer than my house.
Gas is moving.
Way nicer. I can't afford that shit. I can afford it for a weekend or a week. A really good place is Pender Harbor Resort. Yep, but it's called Pender Harbor Resort, right? And they have cabins. They have their own boat launch. They have their own boat launch and marina. Yeah, but it's oceanfront. They have a swimming pool there. Nothing. We take my boat. It's an ocean boat. The families don't really go, dude. That's the beauty part.
Hostile counter UAV
You'll
is
figure it out when you get married. It's the guys that go.
5 remain. Stay sharp.
Guys go drop a couple of crab traps fishing. I remember we dropped crab traps for 3 days straight. First day skunked, came back and fishing skunked, right?
You're losing ground.
Next day, crab trap skunked, fishing skunked. Third day, we were there for 4 nights. The third night, the final night that we were gonna, the third day, the final day we were gonna be fishing and crabbing. We caught a bunch of crab and we caught a bunch of salmon. This was in 60 feet,
You're
right?
on fight.
And that's a dub, eh?
Nice, though.
Wow, I think I got like